Hello, welcome to round 3. I'm actually going to keep this hand. I know it's a lot of lands, but this deck has so many ways to draw cards. My opponent mulliganed, and I have a guard duty to deal with any early plays, plus I know I'm going to have a way to recoup card advantage if I go up to 7 lands with Sphinx of Uthun. It is a little sketchy keep, like if I hit a... yeah. I was just going to say, if I draw Island here, it's kind of bad, but I have a late game plan and a lot of live draws. I have 2 Amass the components to shuffle islands back in, and my opponent's just playing a 1-2 Death Touch. It's not the end of the world. I might just guard duty that. Okay. The reason I'm guard dutying it is to keep survival caches live as card draw outlets. Because if they hit me for 2, then it's really like I go to 18 and I play survival cache and I go to 20. And then it's just a problem from there. Phyrexian Rager, sure. Okay, well them losing a life makes survival cache still alive. Gruul Turf? 7, I go up to 7, okay. Bouncing Plains because I'd like to be able to keep up Dissolve if possible. But yeah, drawing 4 lands in a row makes this hand really bad. But I still am live with Sphinx of Uthun, and I have 2 board wipes in my deck if I ever draw Plains instead of an island. And I still have 1 turn to draw and cast Survival Cache, now that they lost 1 life. Ooh. No, I gave them a defender! What is this nonsense? Sure. Mana Leak it up. So Vent Sentinel hits for 2. Okay, well Survival Cache is no longer a live draw. Mana Leak. Of course. Rakdos Drake. So I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I need to stem the bleeding a little bit. It's just a dirtily 2-3, but sure. Why is everyone playing Mill? Sure. Non-stop lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're 2 lands away from Sphinx of Uthun, but I guess this is the risk when you keep a 5-lander as you draw. How many lands do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 lands in a row. So I'm taking 3, milling 2. I really want them to mill 2 lands, like happened in my last game. Let's do it again. No. Although I don't really want to draw either of those cards. Like Moonglove Extract is fine. Can kill Phyrexian Rager, but very curious about their deck. Non-land. Okay, that's a good card. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I'm gonna keep Island. If they have Flusterstorm playing this lane, lets me play around that, I guess. Put back an Island. Okay, now we have Supreme Verdict. So we're gonna take a bunch of damage here. We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we go to 5. But we can Supreme Verdict, and they have 1 card in hand. And then we can take over. So I just hope that the last card or whatever they're doing that's relevant is a creature. So they like play it and they're like, yeah, and then they die. Because we can go Supreme Verdict into Sphinx of Uthun. Or into Dissolve plus Angel of Mercy, but it's probably better. Yeah, the incidental mill that's running around this format makes this strategy... Jeez. Makes this strategy really bad. Or not bad, but like risky. Oh, this is really awkward. I actually can't. I have the number of mana, but I can't Supreme Verdict and hold open Dissolve, which is really awkward. But I'm dead next turn, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I go to 1. That seems really bad. So I'm just gonna cast it like this. Or I can do this. I like that better. And then I have Dissolve mana open for like these 2 seconds. He's like, you have 2 Supreme Verdicts. What the heck? Okay, now we're just gonna land a Star Compass. And then I think next turn it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can Angel plus Dissolve, and then the turn after I can Sphinx plus Dissolve. Just please don't have like Glimpse the Unthinkable. The card's so unreasonable in draft. Sure. I don't mind that. Little do they know I have a ton of ways to gain life. Cast Angel, gain 3. So now they're down a Stagger Shock. And I can pretty much just counter any, like... I'll go to 5, it doesn't really matter. As long as I'm not dead. And with Dissolve up, I can counter any big creatures they might have. By that play, I'm guessing they have another Stagger Shock? Ooh, that's a good card. And this is where they die. Dissolve plus mana leak, eh? Hit for 3. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Sphinx. Still holding up Dissolve. Whew! It's good cards. I'm gonna take the 3, no doubt. And I still have Dissolve up. Plus mana leak. So this turn I can counter a thing, next turn I can counter a thing. And then Skywest Teaching plus Survival Cache can really bring me back. Okay. Yeah, that's how most games should go, unless they're playing like weird mill spells. Let's see. They're like pretty aggressive. And they do have some burn. Maybe I want another Angel of Mercy. But no, I think if I just draw like how I'm supposed to draw, then I'll be okay. Alright, I guess we were the ones lagging. This hand seems okay. Dude, what is going on? Okay. If they have early plays, we're kind of in trouble, but we have amassed the components to try and hit Supreme Verdict. And Dissolve to stop any nonsense that costs 4 or more mana. And again, Sphinx of Within in the late game. If I can win the game where I drew like 12 lands, I think I can win the game where I just have a bunch of counter spells. But I guess we'll find out. No plays? Dang it. Oh no. Why is everyone playing Mill? Playing Jace's Phantasm just as a random card is not worth it. If you're like Jace's Phantasm and Shriek Geese, like, that's still pretty bad, because you're playing like a 1-1. I don't know. I guess it is a 1-1 flyer for one if you're like looking for that. But unless you're gonna cast Glimpse the Unthinkable right now, I don't think it's worth it. That's just my opinion. Please no plays. No. No. Oh. Yeah, sure. The card's almost completely dead against me. Okay, now I can just take 2 a turn. Dissolve, whatever. I'll probably counter almost anything they play this turn. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't see how this is a good card. Sure, no plays is fine. Okay, I like Mana Leak. I can't quite amass the components just yet. I really need them to cast a spell next turn which I can dissolve. I guess it depends on what they do. Because Mana Leak will be relevant still for a while, and it costs more or less mana. And I'd like to be able to set up a turn where I like cast amass the components and hold up Mana Leak or something. So I'll probably use Dissolve if they play a spell. Also I can scry into a land, which is pretty important, given how few lands I have. Play spell. No! Land. Okay. Yeah, I can just pass. I don't really need to do anything. In this way, I can amass the components, and if I hit any land, I can hold up Mana Leak. I'm down to 13 now, but that's not... Ooh, that's a really pretty card. Well, pretty is a relative term. It's got a kind of terrifying picture on it, but I like the way it looks. Sure. I think this really favors me. Maybe I'm wrong. So the question is, do I keep open Island or Plains? Probably Island. Going up to 9 cards. I just need to hit 1 land. Mana Leak. Okay, now we're kind of in trouble. No, that's not good. I'm gonna die to Jace's Phantasm and Prodigal Pyromancer. And nothing else. It's gonna be really embarrassing. Now they resolve all the spells they wanted to. They did play this pretty well. Assuming that's like they've been holding off on casting spells. If they just have nothing, then maybe they played well, but yeah, I'm still not that worried about this clock. It's 2 damage a turn. Sure. So I'm down to 8. Land. Oof. Alright, can't keep folding up counter spells. If they have another mana leak, this goes really poorly. Okay, perfect. So between Stagger Shock and the Pyromancer, they can actually kill the Angel, but then it gained me 5 life. Okay, so they actually just had nothing in hand. But I haven't drawn any lands and just all counter spells. That's weird that they hit me instead of the Angel, because then they could have gotten in with Jace's Phantasm, unless they have a Doomblade or something. Mnemonic Wall getting back Mana Leak. I don't know about this game plan, because now you can't attack. I don't know about that one. Land? Perfect. Island. So I have Dissolve, Mana Leak. I don't really want to use Guard Duty. I can cast a Rune Servitor, but it doesn't actually do anything, so I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to dissolve the Stagger Shock. I can Mana Leak if they have a response. I have 7 cards in hand. And I'm only going to 9. Yeah, so they're going to Stagger Shock on my turn, which makes sense. If we can hit a land here, please. Amass the Components doesn't do it. Is it even worth playing Rune Servitor? I don't think so. One, two, 3, 1. And if I mass the components, I just have Mana Leak up. I think I'm just gonna pass and discard Rune Servitor. I'm just really looking for a board wipe anyway. And I know they're gonna cast a spell here, so I'm actually not gonna be discarding. So we're gonna dissolve that. Put that on the bottom. And I still have Dissolve up, and I didn't have to discard for turn. What is this? Do you have 2 Stagger Shocks? Electrolyze my face. I'm actually going to dissolve that. I know Mana Leak's very unlikely to be relevant, but the Scry is more important, I think. Swords to Plowshares. It's not really what I want. I can like Swords the Pyromancer, I guess. But I think I'm just looking for Supreme Verdict mostly. Although, no, that goes really well with Amass the Components. Because I can Amass and then Swords their guy. And have Mana Leak up? Yeah. Or I can Swords my own Angel if that's an issue as well. I can't believe I'm still in this game. I bricked on lands for so many turns. Sure. So they can... I guess I'm glad that I have swords now for Vault Sentinel. And this needs to resolve, so I'm gonna sword this now. Because it can nug me for 2, which is kind of a lot. And I'm just gonna cast a mass. If I hit any land, I get Mana Leak up. And if I hit Supreme Verdict, I think the game's just about over. Okay. I don't really want a Rune Servitor. It does help me win the game though, but so does Sphinx of Uthun, so we're just gonna do that. Play Plains, pass turn. So I go to 6. But I have enough mana to Supreme Verdict and Dissolve. If they had just killed my Angel of Mercy, sure. Well, they milled Supreme Verdict. So, that's a thing, I guess. I actually am glad I didn't draw those cards. Okay, let's stop drawing islands. Yeah, I think I just attack in Supreme Verdict here. I have enough counter spells and like removal spells to prevent anything else they might do. I just need to keep my life total high against the Pyromancer. This gives me Dissolve or Mana Leak, but not both, unfortunately. Sure. Next turn I can Sphinx. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can Sphinx plus Mana Leak next turn, but not Dissolve. Something really big. Whatever deals combat damage. Sure. That card's cool. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can't Sphinx, Guard Duty, and Mana Leak. So I think I'm just gonna Guard Duty this guy. Hold up counter spells for one more turn. Then Sphinx plus Dissolve makes me feel a lot more safe. Yeah. Ha. Got him. Alright. They've had enough. I didn't even have to win the game. Maybe I had no win conditions left in my deck. I'm gonna show them my hand. I had the Sphinx. Anyway, yeah, the deck was sweet. And it turns out you don't actually need to have any way to win the game to make your opponent concede. So, that's actually pretty funny. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really like this deck, and hopefully we can draft more sweet stuff in the future. See you guys next time.